number two is that you keep delaying obedience. This is into number one. One is like you're refusing to let go. Y'all, God is not going, again, sign number one, pivotal. God cannot move the way you want him to move if you're unwilling to let go. If he's been talking about letting go of a relationship, if you know you're in a relationship that isn't of God, we don't have to have, Blue's Clues to figure out whether you're in something that you know God is in or not. We don't have to do that. There are things we know that God is saying and not saying. We know that. Let's not play these games. You know when you're in something that is of God and when it's not. If you're in a relationship and y'all just been sleeping together and it's been this, all this other stuff, we know what is and what isn't. I don't have to go through that. I don't even want to go through that. But if God is calling you to let go of something, let go of it. Please hear me out, family. I just let go of a situation literally last week. I let go of a situation, not romantic, but a situation last week. I was taking steps back and the situation kind of ended. I was like, God, if this is not of you, I literally prayed the prayer like, God, is not of you. Let this happen or let that happen. Well, one of the two things definitely happened. And I had a dream that showed me that there was more going on behind the scenes than I even knew. Then I got two prophetic words after that confirmed what God had shown me in the dream. That there was more going on that I knew. And I'm over here trying and fighting to hold on to this and be loyal to something that wasn't being loyal to me. Right. And I'm, again, it's not romantic, but it's another situation I was in. Right. So I understood that, like, God was like, no, I'm protecting you. Like, you over here fighting me and I've got your back. You fighting to stay in this and I've got your back. You're fighting to stay in situations and I keep showing you it's not it. But you keep fighting to stay and you don't even know what you're trying to stay in. You don't even know what you're trying to stay connected to. I didn't realize that person was putting curses on me or word curses on me. I didn't even know. I had no idea. I had no idea. This person might have been was saying certain things about me or doing certain things behind my back. I had no idea. So I'm over here fighting to try to stay, connected and whatever. And it's not. And now I know, because what God has revealed to me after I was obedient, why I needed to let go. He first asked me to make an action. I did the action. Guess what happened after that? Enlightenment. I now see why. Right? But I didn't know at the time. He just told me to let go. We don't understand why God asks us to let things go. If he's asking you to let something go, let it go. The next thing is delayed obedience. So it plays into number one. If being obedient. When God is sometimes, well, all the time, he is going to push you out of your comfort zone, right? He's going to tell you to do something at times you don't want to do. You have peace about it, but maybe it goes against every rule you've ever created for yourself, right? Let's say God says, let's say, men, God has shown you who your wife is. Let's just say that you have an inclination. God has shown you who your wife is. And you're like, yeah, I mean, I know it's her, but what do you want me to do with that? And God's like, text her now. Oh, no. Oh, no. God, that ain't even my feng shui. Like, I don't even be texting women like that. Like, I don't even be, no, bro. Like, that's, God, you know me. I don't do that. Like, that's just not even, bro. It's not even me. Like, I'm just not. No, he's like, no, I need you to do that now. I need you to text her and say this. Whoa. Foul on the play. Absolutely not. That's vulnerable. And your boy don't like being vulnerable. Not again. Not again. My heart has been broken. I absolutely will not do that again. And God's like, no, that's your wife. The one you was messing with was the woman you chose for you. This is the one I'm choosing for you. And I'm asking you, I'm calling you out of your comfort zone. Say it. All right. So again, He gonna keep prompting you. I actually saw a story, y'all, where a man, like, he couldn't even sleep. I mean, his body was like, he said he had a pain in his stomach. He couldn't even stop moving. Like, he couldn't even lay down. He was like, oh. And the only time God released him was when he did what God told him to do. When you delay obedience, family, you basically say to the supernatural, don't show up. When you delay obedience, you're saying, God, I don't really want the promised land like that. When you delay obedience, you basically stop your process. You say to God, I want what you want, but I'm cool here. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't met one person that is cool there. Everybody wants more. Everybody wants the promise. Right? So again, you don't want to stay right there. Be obedient. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. You have no idea. You might send that message to that girl and she's like, oh, and God had already had her on her mind, right? I just saw a story like this. And he reaches out and God had already talked to her for 3 weeks prior to him sending the message. So he's over here overthinking the message while she had already God had already seen and talked to her and said, listen, this is your, and he had put, just like he had put him on her mind. Him on her on his mind. He had put him on her mind. So he's over here overthinking the first step when he had already told her that's the one. So when he did reach out to her, she was like, God had already told me, because God was playing matchmaker. And when you delay, because you're going to be obedient, right? We know that God is going to make you going to be obedient one way or another, whether you are forced into obedience or obedience will happen by you choosing it, which I suggest. Choose obedience, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Do it. God's never going to send you into something that he doesn't have provision for you in. He's with you in every step. Be obedient, okay? So don't delay obedience, because when you delay obedience, you delay everything you're praying for. Every promised land you're trying to get to, you're delayed because you're delayed. You delayed. You said, I don't want to do it. I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't want to let go of this relationship. I don't want to leave this job. I don't see the other side. So because I don't see the other side, I'm not willing to let go of what I have. So like the sign or the show of the gift, where this, I'm going to show you this. This little girl was holding on to this little pillow for dear life because she was like, I don't want to let go of my pillow. And God behind his back had this big old pillow. And you over here holding for dear life. Okay, come on, camera. Come with me, camera. You hold on for dear life. You holding on to this, and God's got this. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. To give Sarah, I don't know. I just don't know. And God's like, I got this whole pillow behind me, and you're unwilling to let go of this. Right? Okay? So don't delay obedience. Be bold, be courageous. The Bible says, literally defines manhood. A man. It says, act like a man, be courageous. Courageous is acting in spite of fear. God defines manhood by courageousness. That's why David was courageous. Joshua was courageous. Moses was courageous. Gideon was called to be courageous. Abraham was called to be courageous. Jacob was called to be courageous. Isaac was called to be courageous. Jeremiah was called to be courageous. Daniel was called to be courageous. The 3 Hebrew boys, courageous. The disciples, courageous. Peter, even though he denied God, he was called in that moment to be what? Courageous. It is about, he defines manhood as be courageous, be bold in it. If I'm telling you to do something, do it. I'm not asking you about your ego. I'm not asking you about your pride. I'm telling you to do it. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my family today.